Hello everyone and welcome back to week 5 of the Prismatic Draft League. This week we are up against Henry, coach of the Halifax Masquerainmen. And it's a bit of a scary match, I'm not gonna lie. If we go over to their team page, they've won every week 2-0. So we have a bit of a game on our hands, so we need to be very careful of this. Hello everyone, Editor Trico breaking up the video for a second week in a row. I meant to mention this during the team breakdown, but my opponent actually has a YouTube channel of their own where they've been posting their matches for this season. And just like always, we're going to be posting this week, I assume, so I will be linking their channel in the description for when their video is up. You can go and check them out. Anyways, thanks for watching. But, now, the team they have is Barrascuda, Persian, Thunderous, Iron Treads, Mismagius, Iron Leaves, Magmar, Gligar, Sylveon, Beartick, and Slowpoke. A few things to note real quick. They have a very, very scary rain mode in the fact that they have two rain sweepers, Barrascuda and Beartick. Beartick's scary for us because it has both Slush Rush and Swift Swim. So if I bring Snow against it, there's a chance that Beartick's using Slush Rush instead of Swift Swim if it comes. But I don't think Beartick will come. Was it last week? No, 2 weeks ago, Henry actually used a very interesting set with Gligar, so we can't discount Gligar not showing up. Barrascuda is a very scary rain sweeper. And I haven't mentioned it yet, but if you notice on the Pokemon list, I actually have Grookey now. Yes. Earlier in the week, Brits traded their untiered Grookey in for a Ghastly instead. And I saw that and I'm like, I need to get Grookey. So as soon as the trade was validated, I then used one of my free agent trades to get Grookey on my team. How free agent trades work for the draft league is... I should probably turn this music down slightly. How it works is that... you can't pick up a Pokemon you traded away again. So I can never get Alolan Meowth back, even if I don't think I need Grookey anymore. So someone else can still pick up Alolan Meowth. I just can't pick it back up myself. With that in mind, let's head over to the Master Dock for a real quick to get a little bit of a better breakdown on the speeds. Henry's team is all very fast. 6 Pokemon over base 100 speed. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 6 Pokemon. Whereas my team ain't really that so. Most of our Pokemon is sitting around an average of base 80. So combining that with Thunderous, it gets a little scary. But what Pokemon do I think will show up to this match? Well, I feel like Barrascuda is a very obvious choice here. It is their scariest rain sweeper because Beartick is also scary, but Barrascuda can just hit harder and is way faster even without rain. So I feel like Barrascuda is definitely coming, despite how I have three... Ooh, that's a question. I have 3 grass types and electric types, so there's also a chance that Barrascuda just doesn't show up and Beartick comes instead. Because the one thing that I'm gonna spoil now is that he might consider taking advantage of my own Snow with his Beartick, like getting that defense boost and maybe going Slush Rush. But I'm not bringing Ninetales this week, and I'll explain why later. Persian I feel like could come if he thinks I'm bringing Alolan Ninetales still. He may Persian to disrupt Alolan Ninetales, but I feel like Thunderous will just be better for that, so I don't really see Persian coming. Thunderous is a definite bring. Thunderous sets up so many avenues for them that they are definitely bringing it. What else? Iron Treads, I feel like, could show up. I mean, it's not could. I feel like Iron Treads is definitely the second definite Pokemon on their team that'll show up. I have Ogerpon Heart Flame, but other than that, Iron Treads looks very good into my team with those with the steel and ground coverage. Mismagius, I don't feel like will show up in a match, but I feel like he'll bring it to the game. And then Iron Leaves is the third mandatory. Iron Leaves hits very hard into my team. I have very few resistances to the trio combination of Fighting, Grass, and Psychic. So that's probably gonna definitely show up. Magmar's an interesting one. Magmar looks really good here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Pokemon weak to fire outright. Bax having the Thermal Exchange makes it a little harder to hit, and Ogerpon is, of course, neutral. But having 4 Pokemon, one of which is a quad weakness to fire, I feel like Magmar is gonna show up here. Gligar, I feel like it could show up, but I feel like for the most part it's probably not. Yeah, it's ground type, immune to Dedenne. Could potentially hit maybe Sandslash or Alolan Ninetales pretty hard, but other than that, I don't feel like it's showing. Sylveon is the 4th Pokemon I think definitely comes. I don't have any resistances except for a Sandslash Alola to Fairy. So maybe a Terra Fire, Throat Spray, Sylveon I think could go very hard into my team. And then we have Beartic. Slowpoke could as well come. But however, considering my team is on average much slower than his team, and I don't have access to Trick Room myself, I feel like it's not going to be like Imprison, Trick Room, Slowpoke. With that in mind, so what 6 am I expecting? I'm expecting Barraskewda, Thundurus, Iron Treads, Iron Leaves, Sylveon, Magmar, and maybe switching Beartic out with Barraskewda. Looking at the speed, how the speed breakdown works real quick. Some of the speeds that we have to look out for, but you can't see it. 206 is max speed Barraskewda without rain. We're definitely never getting faster than that. Is the fastest thing on both teams. But some other stuff to look out for is max speed Iron Treads at 158. Without Timid, which would be 173. Iron Leaves at 171 if Timid. Well, not Timid, it would probably be the other one. Jolly, is it? I think Jolly is the special attack one. Mine is special attack one. So, with that in mind... Hold on, 1 second. Okay. With that in mind, what are we bringing? Well, we're changing things up this week. As you could probably see immediately, no Alolan Ninetales. Now, I mentioned earlier that I'd get into why no Alolan Ninetales. The reason for it is Henry's team just hits too hard. Henry's team is very offense-focused, with Thundurus being able to support that. And I don't feel like I can sacrifice a team slot just to try and eliminate their weather, right? Because the main reason I'd be bringing Alolan Ninetales to this match would be to stop rain from going up. But the problem is that since it's not a ability setter, Thundurus can just set it up regardless whenever it's on the field, and I can't stop that. And of course, the potential of giving Beartic a defense raise and just Alolan Ninetales not hitting anything for real super effective damage in this battle, I didn't feel like it was worth it. So let's get into the actual Pokemon we brought. With a Marvel scale Milotic. Now, for the first 4 weeks, I have almost ran the exact same set the entire time on Milotic, with competitive, slightly bulky, same 4 moves. Well, the same 4 moves again, but this time we're adding on Flame Orb and Marvel Scale, so we take very little damage from Barraskewda, Iron Leaves, Iron Treads. And while Milotic is still weak to Thundurus, That is why we have the Terra Dragon to resist it. Now, of course, Milotic is still vulnerable to getting Eerie Impulsed by the Thunderous. And he'd have no reason not to Eerie Impulse it, because yes, if I did have competitive, I'd get a boost from it, but since Eerie Impulse is a -2, it's essentially a -1 for Milotic, which is still very helpful. So, but because, like, you might wonder why I don't just go Terra Dark on it then. The reason I don't want to do that is because I want to still be like, even though Milotic will be able to take a hit at 196 defense bold, I don't want to be taking serious super effective damage from Iron Leaves. Like, Leaf Blade will still hurt before I Terrastalize. And the Sacred, not the Sacred Sword, the Psy Blade is still going to do decent damage even after I Terra. And if I was Terra Dark, Sacred Sword would hit hard into Milotic. And I don't want the Terra choice to be just a reactionary Terra, like, oh yeah, I get it off on turn 1, and now because of that, I win. No, not win, but I get a trade. I want the Terra to be a little more meaningful than that. So the Terra is built more so to keep Milotic on the field rather than be aha, I got you, Terra. Next up, we have Ogerpon. Ogerpon's stats actually did slightly change in between this and team building. I redid the calcs a bit and realized that I messed up on the the Iron Leaves calc slightly. But we are 252 attack with a impish nature, 180 HP, and 72 special defense. No speed on Ogerpon. The reason for this is, although that will make us slower than some of their Pokemon, my Iron Treads, like, if it's not max, if Iron Treads is base, then we're outspeeding it. But the reason why we're not doing any speed really is that it's hard to justify bringing speed on Ogerpon into a match where it is very likely gonna be first turn parried by Thunderous. And because I need those the bulk to like survive stuff like close combat from Barraskewda or taking a Hyper Voice from Sylveon, I decided to forgo going any speed on the Ogerpon this week. We have Ivy Cudgel, Hornleech, Grassy Glide, Spiky Shield. Now, the reason we have Grassy Glide is, of course, you can see that Grookey is here in the back. Whoops. But Grassy Glide at max attack Impish should OHKO Barraskewda. So if we get into a situation where I could get Ogerpon to Grassy Glide into Barraskewda, that'll be very helpful. Next up, we have Baxcalibur with Terra Electric, Glavereich, Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, Terra Blast, Terra Electric. With Adamant, 228 HP, and 28 defense. This stat spread up just allows us to just survive a close combat from, I believe it's Iron Leaves, or it could have been, I think it's Iron Leaves. I don't think we live from Barraskewda. The idea being here that we live the close combat, take it down real low with Icicle Crash if it's uninvested, and I think Ice Shard should pick up the KO from there. If not, then it's very low, and I feel like Baxcalibur got its value there. We have Terra Electric on it because if we want, since the only way Thunderous can impact physical attackers is just paralyzing them, I don't really see the need to do Terra Dark to make us weak to close combats or fairy moves, so I'm going to Terra Electric instead. And the Assault Vest here is to, I think, once we're Terra'd, Sylveon will have to hit 2 Hyper Voices to kill us. But we're faster, unless it's max. If Sylveon is max speed, it is 123. So, if Sylveon does end up being faster than us, well, it's GG. But if it's not invested in speed and it doesn't have any bulk, I think Icicle Crash should 2-hit KO. Next we have Stantler with Terra Electric, Eviolite, Body Charge, Body Slam, Lunge, Wild Charge, Light Screen, Max HP, Max Attack, Adamant. The idea behind this Stantler set is that Max Attack Stantler will actually OHKO Iron Leaves with a Lunge. And I feel like we need to get a little spicy here, because Henry is a very, very strong player. Oh, I didn't even invest any of these. Let's put it here in defense. So we need some way of catching Henry off guard in a way that he wouldn't predict. Like, he could probably predict some of the other sets. Like, oh yeah, he probably calc for a Marvel scale Milotic, because Henry just does very good prep. So I want to hit him with something that's a little more surprising. Same thing with Terra Electric Wild Charge will OHKO Barraskewda, and Barraskewda can't OHKO Stantler back as long as Stantler holds the Eviolite. So even in rain, Barraskewda won't be able to KO Stantler with a close combat unless it's like Terra fighting. And of course we have Light Screen, because the whole team has been so far very focused on putting investment into defense, which makes sense because Henry has very good physical attackers. However, that doesn't mean we should discount the special attackers in Thundurus and Sylveon. But because I can't split the investment both ways without sacrificing damage, we're just going Light Screen instead on Stantler. Next up, we have Sceptile. And Sceptile was one of the reasons why I was very excited to get the Grookey, because it allows us to do Unburden very easily. One of the troubles with getting Sceptile's ability up in doubles is that you can't really rely on getting it up throughout other methods, because like Focus Sash or Citrus Berry, Sceptile's a little too frail for stuff like that. I mean, you could do Soak Focus Sash. But we have gone in a very unexpected way for Sceptile. Instead of going into the special attack like Sceptile is built for, we're actually going to be going for a physical attacking Sceptile this week. Max Attack Sceptile will OHKO a Iron Leaves with X Scissor. And we have enough bulk to, I think we live one, I forget what this bulk is for at the moment, but it allows us to live something. And 153 speed just barely underspeeds. It outspeeds Magmar. Well, it underspeeds max speed Magmar. But it's still faster than Gligar, Beartix, Sylveon. So that isn't too worrying for me. I didn't want to go hard because I did need a little bit of bulk. Especially... Oh, I know. I think with this bulk, Grassy Seed will make it to where we're not 2-hit KO'd by stuff like Iron Leaves and Barraskewda. And lastly, we have Grookey with a Focus Sash, Grassy Surge, Fake Out, Grassy Glide, Protect, and Leech Seed. I don't feel like Leech Seed's worth it. I think we'll just go Wood Hammer just because. And Max Attack, Max Speed. Very self-explanatory there. Get the Grassy Terrain up to either put pressure on them to set up their own terrain, or to give Ogerpon and Sceptile boost to their grass damage, as well as giving Sceptile its Unburden boost. Fake Out to provide Fake Out pressure into Iron Leaves or Thundurus. I think it's a very good chance that turn 1 they just protect both Pokemon. Or, because, again, we have Grookey with a Focus Sash, we could protect what's ever next to Grookey and hit Fake Out into, I want to say, Thundurus. Now, that, you might say that's a little pointless because, obviously, Thundurus will be holding the Covert Cloak. But sometimes it's just better to confirm, because the way you can really mess with your opponents is just running with their assumptions. Like, oh yeah, that Pokemon's always gonna have this item, it's always gonna have X item, and so you just stop checking. Now, I'm not saying that's gonna happen this game. I feel like it's still very likely Henry will have Covert Cloak on the Thundurus, but it never hurts to check, right? But anyways, that will do it for the team breakdown, and I will see you when we get into the match. Peace. And here we are. I had a feeling Beartic would show. This is pretty much the team I was expecting. No Barraskewda is great, though, because it means that some of my calcs aren't needed. I think we're going to start off with Sceptile Little Bonk. We're gonna do this. I'm not gonna bring my load at game 1. I just don't feel like my Lodic is too useful for game 1. But yeah, Beartic was definitely here to take advantage of snow. Now the question is it still Swift Swim? We're gonna fake out Thundurus. Like, I know I said it's most likely Covert Cloak, but I want to confirm. Whew. Ooh. Do I Terra Electric here? I feel like I have to, right? Oh, it's Helping Hand. Ooh, wait, that's Scarf. Okay, that's Choice Scarf speed boosted. I should have brought my Logic to this match because this game because I have nobody really dealing with Magmar here. So it's Choice Scarf Terrace. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be follow me. It's just Rock Slide, which is interesting. I can deal with Rock Slide. So it's Choice Scarf, Rock Slide. That's an interesting combination. That was definitely to try and take on stuff like Articuno, I think. The problem is I burned my Terra way too early there. I was really worried about the fire move into Sceptile. Terra Water. Okay. It lived that. Oh, it's not Choice Scarf. Oh, so it has... It's not choiced. Okay, that's interesting. Never mind. Wait, so how do you outspeed Sceptile, then? Oh, wait, Dragon Tail has negative priority, doesn't it? Duh. Oh, I'm an idiot. Ooh. Oh, that crit's annoying. Flame Body! Fuck. I don't want to reveal X Scissor here. Yeah. We're not going to reveal X Scissor. We're gonna go with these 4. No Grookey this time. Cause Grookey, while Grassy Taming was great, we weren't able to keep it up for that long. The only problem is then Sceptile doesn't. I don't think I bring Sceptile then. I think I do these 4. I'm so worried about a Terra. That turn. I really should have gone for just Leaf Blade into the Iron Treads that turn. Okay, Clear Amulet on him. Ooh. Oh, come on, my mouse. What is going on with my mouse? Actually, hold on. That looks like Scald will just straight up be better anyway. I'm gonna reveal Lunge here. I got to. So it's Booster Energy. Oh, it's Terra Fire, okay. Okay, Milotic's definitely going down here. Yeah. Not much I can do about that. Yep, he was expecting me to protect. Okay. Perfect. Oh, double miss is unfortunate. Oh, right, duh, I can't lower its stats. There's a chance I lose here. I think I lost. I can't clear amulet because it's immune to the effects of clear amulet. Oh, it missed walk. It missed. That's huge, actually. That miss was huge. Oh, we can parry it. Never mind. Okay. Well. Okay. We got our victory. I don't care if we lose. We brought him to game 3. We brought him to game 3. I'm gonna lead these two. Subtitle looks like it would be good here, but it really isn't. So I'm gonna bring Stanley back. So judging by how he's playing, that's definitely Slush Rush Bear Tick. Do I Terra? Nah, I wanna save it. We're gonna switch out here. Yeah, it's Furt Spray. Good burn? No. Okay. Yeah, Wind Bolt Storm just kills both. Okay. So we know Sylveon's definitely going to be slower. Maybe I should have protected Milotic. I am recording, right? Yeah, okay. Ooh, it's detect. Will this kill you? I feel like it should. Last turn, a light screen. Ooh, Yachi Berry. Okay. I'm just gonna get the chip. Has it shown off protect at all? Psyblade, electric terrain, Psyblade. GG! We got the win! Let's go! We actually did it! Holy shit, that was a great game. Woo! Oh boy. That was real fun. And we didn't get to use much of Sceptile, but we did get to use it game 1, which I'm happy about. Lunge came absolutely in clutch game 2. The secondary effect of Lunge was really helpful against the Iron Leaves. Oh, my blood is pumping. That was a really, really fun match. I thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next week. Peace.